And good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to Shani, Scott, and Melz on the MIC in the morning. We are the queen and the king of some media. How y'all doing today?
We're doing great. How y'all doing out there? Hope y'all having a good Tuesday so far. Tuesday is the start of another work week. How you doing?
Good
What's
morning.
on your neck right there? What's that you got on your neck right there?
That's my dress. What you mean?
Oh, okay.
It's the dress. What you think?
I don't know. This is
What you feeling it? You liking
It's a
it?
stochastic little flashy this morning on a Tuesday. Oh, got the club going up on a Tuesday. That's what I'm talking about. Clap it up for Shani Scott this morning. Clap it up.
Good morning, Sherry. How are you today?
I ain't gonna say that.
You ain't gonna say what?
I was just thinking about how women.
Good morning, Lanita.
Good morning, Lanita. Good morning, Sherry. I was just thinking about how women, when y'all list y'all daily activities, when y'all getting up in the morning, y'all talk about all the things that y'all got to do. Y'all make it a point to mention that y'all got to put a bra on.
Oh yeah, you have to put a bra on. Yeah, and then when you get home from work, the first thing you do is unsnap that bra and take it off.
I
Cause
was just thinking about how the rundown goes. Like, hey, what you been up to today? Man, I had to get up, make breakfast, get these kids ready for school, put a bra on, then go to work. like that's part of that is one of the things that gets dropped into the conversation just so casually. We just be sitting there like, okay, you could have skipped that part. I put my drawers on this morning.
yeah, but when you wear a bra, I mean the bra is all tight around you, and and then you have to find a good bra. I have to get the. I used to be able to go to J.C. Penney and find a good bra, but I don't even know if J.C. Penney is still around. Now I have to get everything from Victoria's Secret.
Mm-hmm. Good morning, Leslie. How are you?
But at least when you go in, and good morning, Leslie. But they measure you, so you make sure that you're getting the right one, and they have different bras that do different things. Some lift more, some push in more.
Yes, I'm
The
quite aware
support.
of this.
Yeah,
I'm
you got to
quite.
have the support because your women in their breasts. If that can affect your back too.
Mm-hmm.
If you got
I'm
some
very aware. My wife
issues with that.
is beautifully big breasted. I like to say that as often as possible, and it's a struggle having to shop for bras. So I understand, but I just find it interesting that this is part of your daily task, your daily
Yeah,
task list.
putting on a bra. And I don't have breast anymore because
Right,
I had a double mastectomy.
right.
So what you see is actually my stomach
Mm-hmm.
because when I did my double mastectomy, instead of getting implants, they were like, "Well, we can take the fat from your body. We can take fat from your body and reconstruct your breast." So I was like, that little fupa down there, after you had a baby and that little part up under the belly button. Good morning, can you see?
Did you call it the
Of
fupa
Ayans?
area?
Yeah, the fupa area. So they took all that out and they made my breasts the size that I wanted them, which
Mm-hmm.
what was just a little bit bigger than what I had before.
Right.
But you still got to wear a bra. Now, when I first got them, I ain't have to. Like everything was sitting a certain way. But
Okay.
after time with your little reconstruction, the same thing happened.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We didn't mean to start the day off with this topic, but I'm just.
I mean, well, the
I'm just-
ladies understand because see, Lanita even said when I get off work, I take mine's off. That's right, not mine, but mine's. She said, "Baby, when I get off work, I take mine's off. When I get in the car, let them reject it." That's right.
Cause I'm free.
That's how you feel. You have to let them breathe. Whew.
Free balling.
That was something. Free boobing something. Listen. And especially on the days I have to sit here and I'm on phone call after phone call because I
Mm.
well Zoom call after Zoom call. Child, look.
Look, Leslie said it's the new liberation. Look, that's why I
I,
was saying the other day. Why even bother? That's why I was asking. Why bother? Why bother with that
I
task
mean,
if at the crib?
well, when I'm dressed like this, I gotta put a bra on. I can't be sitting up here with no bra on, and
I was,
it ain't gonna look right. That's
well,
right, can
I
you?
did not know. We did not think it was Titty Tuesday, but damn it, we gonna go ahead and clap it up for Titty Tuesday. We'll
Yeah,
take that.
it is.
We will take that. We will take that. Look, we will take
Yeah.
that as a Titty Tuesday, and we clap it up for everybody. Yes,
And
this is a
while we
Titty
talking
Tuesday.
about Titty Tuesday, this is something that we probably do need to start. I got to encourage everybody to go out and get a mammogram.
Been
And
to.
then at the same time, I don't because I had to go off on my doctor's nurse this morning.
Mm.
All right. So,
Already?
yes,
Bright and early?
because so I was diagnosed in 2016. The end of
Mm-hmm.
2016, I got diagnosed with breast cancer. 2017, I had two lumpectomies, and then I had the double mastectomy at the end of 2017.
Right.
Well, once you do that, that doesn't mean that everything's done and you're fine. In my mind, it was because I'm like, I'm healed. Dude, blood of Jesus healed me. I'm good, right?
Right. Right.
Well, you still have to go through treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, I elected not to do any chemo or any radiation. They wanted me to do 24 rounds of chemo, 16 rounds of radiation. I said, no, I'm not doing that because that'll kill me. That's too much. That's too
Right.
much. I'm not going to do it.
Absolutely.
So I did some holistic things that I don't mind sharing with people if you want to know. But what they wanted to do was regulate the estrogen that my body produced because they said my body produces too much estrogen, and that's what the cancer was feeding off of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have to get this shot. I was getting this shot, a Lupron shot, every 10 weeks, and then I'm on a pill called estestimate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
the two do the opposite. One raises my estrogen while the other one lowers it, and the
Okay.
ideal is that it's supposed to balance it out.
Right.
Don't make sense to me though.
Don't make sense. I'm already
Okay.
confused.
Don't make
I'm
sense to
already
me.
confused.
But this is what we need to do if I don't want to do the other part.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Right.
So November, I'm sorry, October of last year, um, I went for my 10-week shot.
Mm-hmm.
Got my 10-week shot. And I was supposed to do a Zometa infusion. Zometa infusion, you get it the same way you get chemo. I don't have a port, so they have to go into one of my veins. And this is a 15-minute infusion that is supposed to make your bones stronger because supposedly the shot, the Lupron shot and this estimate is tearing away at my bones.
Right.
Okay, so my
Understood.
bones are getting weaker. So you get the Zometa, so it'll strengthen the bones. Well, every time I go to get this Zometa shot every 6 months,
Mm-hmm.
it's a problem because the people on the third floor act like they don't know what customer service is. So I get there and yeah, Kenya. Yeah, absolutely. She used that as an example. But
Perfect example.
they it's when you go to the doctor, imagine having to be there for 5 and 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I keep telling these people at Baylor, listen, I have a whole life. This a part-time job. Y'all are not paying me.
Right.
Okay.
Hell, I'm paying y'all.
So yes, y'all need to get me in, get me. I'm not coming up here for 6 hours.
Right.
I have children because you can't bring nobody with you now.
Right.
You cannot bring anyone with you. I can't bring my kids with me, and my kids are not even teenagers. If I bring my mama, we can't leave the kids downstairs.
Right.
And then they don't want the kids in there. So I told them, I got to go. Well, when I was down on the third floor waiting to go do my Zometa, I sat there for an hour and 10 minutes. I said, what is the problem? They finally said, Well, the labs, they messed something up. Okay, that's not my problem. I got to go. Y'all got to figure this out. And they like, well, Miss Scott, you need this. Apparently, I don't need it because you ain't trying to give it to me.
Absolutely.
So the nurse supervisor comes down and talks to me, and she was like, "Well, you really need to get it." I said, "Listen, ma'am, I have two children that are at home on virtual school. Do you think they still on virtual school? And I've been up here for 5 hours.
Right.
You think they doing their work?"
Hell nah, them kids up in there
Okay,
doing the fool.
so
Mama gone.
I gotta get back home, and because they were like, "Well, it'll only take about 2 more hours." No, ma'am, I don't have 2 hours. Do you see me? Look at me. Do I look like I sit at home in the rocket chair with a blanket around me, waiting on cancer to take me out? Girl, I got stuff to do. I have to go. No, y'all can reschedule this. She said, okay. So I called back for my reschedule, and she said, well, your new shot now, you have to get it every 4 weeks because your insurance wouldn't approve every 10 weeks.
Wow.
And the only difference between every 4 weeks and every 10 weeks is the dosage amount.
Right.
Okay. So I called back. Okay, I need to make my little 4 week appointment. The nurse says, this nurse that called me this morning, this is in November of 2020. She
Right.
said, oh no, Miss Scott, you don't have to come back to January. I said, well, they just told me they changed my medicine and I had to come every 4 weeks and get this shot in my stomach now.
Right.
She said, oh no, 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 you're still getting the Lupron shot every 10 weeks. I said, so y'all got that all worked out with the insurance? Yeah. I go to the doctor Friday. The lady tells me, Miss Scott, you've missed 2 treatments. I said, no, I ain't missed 2 treatments because y'all told me not to come back to January.
Right.
And I called up here. She said, no, you're on the 4 week shot. So you've missed 2 shots and you got to stop taking the other medicine because, and now we got to wait and
Start
see
all over.
what your levels are. And, we got to hope that this isn't out of whack. And I said, well, I started crying. So, I was mad. And I said, I called up here and
Wait, hold on.
talked
What
to,
what made you cry? Why did you start crying?
this is my life y'all playing with.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you go to the doctor and they tell you you got cancer,
Mm-hmm.
for me, it was breast cancer. Like the world stops.
Right.
And the only thing you can think of is how much time I got left to live.
Mm-hmm.
It's something inside of me that people really don't know how to fight or really know how to stop. I got 2 kids that I'm concerned about. That's the main thing. It's like my kids are kids.
Right.
Can I at least raise them,
Mm-hmm.
get them to adults? So to tell me that I missed 2 shots, I missed 2 treatments, I got to come off the medicine. Y'all don't know what's going on in my body. I was ready to choke somebody. And I told her, I said, that bitch, that nurse, I said, do not bring her around here because right now I whoop her ass. Because you playing with my life. And I told her, I said, to me, she trying to kill me.
Right. Right.
Because if she would have took the time to just read and find out, that's all that she had to do was read. I said, don't bring her in here because it's gonna be a problem.
Be some
And
corporate
and
citizens.
I mean that.
Yeah, because why would I mean? Because it sounds like to me, again, and we talked about this before, how the medical community is more. It seems like they're just more about just processing you and just getting you, telling you, just keeping you moving. Not really. It's not really care like Leslie says. It's not really an empathy situation. It's not a consideration of the person and the human being. It's more. It seems like they just trying to get you out of here. Let me just
You're
get
a
in here and get
patient.
out of here.
Yeah, you just a patient. And I had to tell the nurse practitioner, the nurse supervisor, I said, listen, I am a whole person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what y'all need to understand is that I just got through speaking on a national platform about this. And I sat there and gave Baylor all these praises for saying that I had this good team. When I'm listening to other women on this platform talk about how their care providers are doing the very thing that y'all sitting here doing to me.
Mm-hmm.
All this time we've been doing this and now this happens. So they got everything straight, for as much as it. But I mean, I still had to wait. So that's why the nurse was calling me this morning.
Right. And you
But it's the nurse that messed my stuff up. And I
okay? So
told them I don't want her calling me. But I'm
so
glad she called
wait,
because
wait.
we had a
So
nice little talk.
even after all this, for starters, somebody should have been fired. That's number one.
Well, that's what I
That's number
said.
one. Somebody, if
The
she playing with your dosage and your medicine and stuff like that, why is she even still employed? Because
Not just me though. This is the other thing they said that, well, Miss Scott, I hate to say it. Well, somebody there told me. It was just me and them in the room. They
mm.
said, I hate to say this, but you're not the only patient that's going through this. This
So
has
why is
been a
this per-
problem.
so why is this person still employed? I ain't gonna say a woman. I ain't mean to say a woman or a
Yeah, it's a
man. I don't know
woman.
what
Yeah,
they are.
because it's only women up there. Like
Okay.
most time in most situations that I've been, the doctors that I've gone to, if it was a man, it was the doctor.
Hmm.
But like everybody else on that particular floor in that wing, it's usually all women because you might have to change rooms and it's a whole bunch of boobs is out everywhere. All right,
All right, I got you.
so
Titty Tuesday.
that
Thank you. Clap it up. All right, let's go.
yes, but yeah, and so the woman called me this morning.
Hmm.
And hey Bella, she called me this morning and she said, Miss Scott, I was calling to tell you, we looked at your labs and everything is fine. So we want you to start back on the pills again. And you're gonna go back to the 10 week doses. I said, listen, let me tell
Uh
you
oh.
something. And I said, and
Uh
you
oh.
listen to me good. I
Uh
said,
oh.
when you call me,
Uh oh.
you need to make sure that you got everything right. Cause baby, you don't know who you talking to.
Uh oh.
And she said, well, I have so many patients. I said, I don't care about your other patients.
Hmm.
You're on the phone with me right now. And
Mm.
what you need to understand is that I have a whole life. Okay. And not only do I talk nationally about this, I talk internationally. So you
Hmm.
better get it together. I said, now let me explain something to you. No, I'm on every 4 weeks. Okay. Because my insurance would not cover the 10-week dosage. You should know that. I said, ain't it there in the notes? Well, I'm sure it is. Okay, well then you need to read. You a nurse. You went to school. You got a degree.
Don't
You
sound
got.
like she. Don't
I
sound like
listen.
it.
I
Don't sound
said,
like it. Don't sound like it. People sound like she lied on
and
that damn resume.
secondly,
She don't know what
again,
the hell she talking about.
when you call me again, make sure
Hmm.
you have everything together. Because just like y'all take 5 hours from me, I will be your worst nightmare. I am
Hmm.
with the shits with y'all. I said because now at this point, trust is on the line. I don't trust y'all.
That's what I had my mother, died of cancer and dealt with cancer for a lot of years, and she dead at 45, gone at 45. I'm 42, and she's gone at 45, and it's not something that I really didn't be involved in her day to day struggle and the things that she dealt with cancer and stuff like that because I was living here in Texas and I was married with children and living my own life. So, but that is something that I hear a lot of when it comes to you and cancer patients, which I have to deal with. They're not giving y'all empathy. They're not giving y'all compassion. They're just y'all just another number and they're hurdling you all through the crowd like just like cattle, just moving you to here's your next location. We really don't care. We really not interested in how you feel. We ask these questions, but we don't really care, and that's a problem, and that's sad to hear. But it sounds like this nurse, sound like her ass need to go back to school. Sound like I don't know what the hell her problem is. Sound like she don't know what the hell she's doing. She probably lied on that resume. She probably a nurse's assistant who lied on a resume and probably got a nursing job somewhere. I don't know. It's ridiculous because that shouldn't be happening to you. And I'm sorry that's happening to you. And but now I understand why you were in tears because again they are playing with your life.
Yeah,
This is
they
the like
playing with your life.
like like in the street you kill you over this guy. You know what
And that's what
I'm
I'm like, to me, you trying to kill me. Now, when I get finished, because she called me while I was putting my makeup on for the show, but when we get finished, I am making a nice little phone call to Baylor.
saying? Go off. You have every right to go off. I
I'm gonna make
ain't
a nice little phone, and I might actually send them a copy of this. I'm like, baby, I need your email address. I'm talking about the nurse supervisor, not the nurse, because I really don't want to talk to her.
right. Right. And then they had the nerve to still had the woman call you. That's crazy. That's crazy. Despite the fact.
Yeah, So
Oh,
now I'm gonna call him,
go ahead.
send him this.
Uh-huh.
I might not. I might just show up one day with a damn camera.
Just pull up on their ass. Now, that's what I like to see. Pull up. Just pull up. Pull up on them.
Hmm.
Pull up on them. Show them what time it is. But
Yeah.
we thank you for, but I appreciate it because we just spent 20 minutes talking about Shani and Titty Tuesday, and we really didn't. That
That
really,
wasn't
again,
even the topic.
I swear to God, that wasn't the topic today. We did not come in here firing off things talking about we're gonna talk about Titty Tuesday. We got a whole lineup of topics we wanted to get through this morning. But again, I'm here for Titty Tuesday. I'm here. Mel's love. Look, Mel's. I'm a fan. Look, I am a fan of Titty Tuesday. I love Titty Tuesday. It's a blessing. God bless it. And bless, and look, God bless the boobies of all of y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for y'all service. Thank y'all for y'all service. We appreciate it. Let's get on some of these topics this morning, man. What we got popping off? Oh, of course, today is the 1 year anniversary that we learned of the tragic passing of Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna Bryant in that helicopter crash, and also 7 others in Calabasas, California last year. Where were you? Do you remember this day? Because this has got to be fresh in your memories. This is like one of those days in history where you remember exactly where you were and what you were doing on that day.
Hmm.
I remember. I remember just being. I remember it was on the weekend. I do remember it was the weekend because
It
I
was a
wasn't on the
Sunday
game. Yeah, it was on a Sunday, so it
because
was
the Grammys were happening.
okay. And I remember spending that day on Twitter. I'm a Twitter head. I love Twitter. You can follow me
Hmm.
at Melz on the MIC on Twitter. Um, and just so much misinformation. I remember that day being a day of panic and misinformation because everybody didn't know what was going on. And there was a lot of false. I remember somebody saying Rick Fox was on the helicopter and
Oh
his family.
yeah,
Yeah, it was like a whole because there was this rush to see who could be first. You know
which
what I'm
is
saying?
bad.
Who could be first to break the news of the story? What were you at on that day when we
I
learned about
was
Kobe?
I was sitting in my bed. I was in Tyler.
Hmm.
I was sitting in my bed and I was on the phone with a client. There was an event that we were trying to um, put together,
Hmm. Hmm.
and she was talking because I have 2 phones, and
All
so
right.
I'm talking to her on one, and then this alert just popped up on my phone that Kobe Bryant had just died in a helicopter, and I was just like, oh, in the middle of the call, I said they need to stop playing. Oh my
Wow.
God. And she
Right.
was like, "What are you talking about?" I said, I got a news report saying that Kobe Bryant just died in a helicopter crash." And then she went into panic. She was like, "What?" And so we started the business done stop.
Right.
Okay. Because
Everything
now we
stopped.
trying
Everything.
to figure
And that
out.
was true. Everything on the planet stopped. Like
Hmm.
everything stopped. Whatever you was doing, you stopped.
Yeah.
Yep,
Good morning, Albert.
good morning, Albert. Real quick, because where were y'all at, audience? Where was y'all at? Do you
Oh,
remember
that's
that day?
Albert. Albert. Albert is in Tyler. Hey,
I
Albert.
just asked Albert. Albert.
Yeah, that's Albert.
This, but where were audience? Where were y'all at? Where fan? What was y'all at during this day? Do you remember that day? Because I remember just so much chaos and panic and like I said, everything stopped. Like I think everybody stopped and just went to their phones or their computers just to see if this
Hmm.
was true or not. Like because this was just such a shock and unbelievable. It was just so unbelievable. Like Kobe Bryant. Like this ain't supposed to happen to Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and that pretty and really that was sort of the kick off to everything in 2020 going downhill. Like that was the like that. If you recall, that was the first story that sort of should have gave us a sign that this year was going that 2020 was going to be hot effing garbage, and everything just went downhill from there the entire year. Sherry said she was sitting on the couch watching TV and was like, "This has to be fake news." That look, we always like this is some fake news. Like this,
I was
like
like, they just ain't got him to the hospital yet. Like, I was in such disbelief because, it's like, nah, they can't be happening. And then his daughter is on the plane too.
that and
I mean, I
that's what
feel
took it over.
for Vanessa because it's like, okay, maybe you can deal with losing your husband. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
grown, y'all don't live your, but your daughter, and then
Your baby.
you got 3 other ones that you still got to. be strong for. You know, you want to mourn for this daughter, but then you got to help your other kids get through it. I'm just like, oh my God.
That's and when we found out it was his daughter was with him, that just really broke it. That I think everybody that broke everybody's heart at that point. Like I think we it was even it made the shock more profound.
And
Uh
then we have to remember the other families too,
yes,
because there were other kids on there
mm-hmm.
too. And I can, imagine how, their families feel, because it's like, well, all they talking about is Kobe and Gigi, and it's like, yeah, but there were it was 7 lives lost,
There were 7 lives lost,
including the helicopter,
and we don't want to
the
diminish
pilot.
those. Yeah, right. We don't want to diminish those lives as well because again, these were all people who were close to the Bryant family as well. This was Bryant Kobe's personal helicopter, his own situation, and and one of them was actually somebody that was close to the Central Texas community. He actually coached baseball in Central Texas in the Killeen area. Got started there and ended up being in L.A., becoming a baseball coach there, and became close friends with Kobe Bryant. So I remember Central Texas connection to that story as well, which made it even more profound. But it was just a crazy day, man. I just remember just being on the front, making sure that we stopped with the misinformation when we got that out there because there was just so much information because everybody in our business, in the media business, there's more of a rush to be first with the story than right. We'll deal with being right later. We just want to be first. And a lot of these news outlets, a lot of these media outlets, a lot of the companies that we work for, that was their big thing. We want to break the story first. We want your eyeballs coming to us first before anybody else. And in that situation, a lot of and I can only imagine Vanessa Bryant and the family getting all this misinformation. And it's terrifying. Like I thought about Rick Fox family for a minute because
Yeah, they
imagine
done put him on the helicopter.
this man might be sitting in his living room and his wife in the bedroom screaming, my husband dead. Like, wait, no, I'm sitting right here. Like, what are you talking about? And that kind of information, misinformation get out there. So my thing is when we get this kind of stuff, I encourage the audience, be careful what you read and be careful what you pushing out there and make sure that's factually correct and from trusted sources because, I tend to think about in these kind of situations, the family and how they are finding out about this information. You do not want to find out about something happening to your family member on Twitter or Facebook. It sucks to have that happen
Yeah,
uh, without you knowing, and you don't know. You don't really know what's going on. Good morning, DJ Earl. Grand rising to you, Yusuf, all the fam out there. My
yeah.
CTX fam checking in.
So on the helicopter was, of course, Kobe and Gigi,
Mm-hmm.
Alyssa. I hope I do not mess up their name. Alto Belly.
Alto Belly, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Alyssa, Carrie, and John Altabelli. That's the whole family.
And that's them.
Um,
Those were the folks from that were actually from here in the from the Central Texas area, from Killeen, the Killeen area.
and then you had Christina Masur,
Mm-hmm.
Peyton, and Sarah Chester, and then Ara Zobayan. I think that's the pilot.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I think that was the pilot.
That's
So,
correct.
but yeah, back to that whole news thing, that became a big issue when they had the Boston bombing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's when people start focusing more on it, because the reports on that was they were so bad. It
Mm-hmm.
was that a black man bombed the thing, and come to find out that was not the case.
Right. Right.
That was not the case. It was the rush to be first.
Right.
And so many people were wrong. I think it took 24 hours before we even really got the real story from that during the Boston Marathon,
Right.
when that guy set those explosives off there.
Right. Right. So, but an interesting story developing about that. Vanessa has asked the NBA, because I guess the NBA was plotting or planning to do some commemorations to Kobe this year. She asked that they don't. She said leave it alone, like I mean, because I think she's she was in the process of healing, but now as close
Yeah,
as she,
don't.
you know what I'm saying, as close as it's going to take more than a year to heal from that. You lost your husband and your daughter, and if she's healing, because I think somebody's going to screw this up. I really do think somebody's going to screw this up and screw up her request. But she's asked the NBA and a whole bunch of people, do not commemorate my husband this year. Leave it be. And but I got a feeling somebody's going to screw this up, and I don't think anybody's going to be respectful of their wishes. Like Prince, for example, nobody's respectful of Prince's wishes. Y'all selling everything Prince done had, and y'all letting folks in the man house and everything. You know, despite the fact that this ain't what the man wanted. But Vanessa Bryant has asked the NBA to not do anything in commemoration of Kobe this year, and I think that's because she's finally starting to heal and come to terms with it, and then y'all gonna reopen that womb like that, and you know, and we got to be thoughtful of that in that situation. And so I hope somebody in the NBA don't screw this up. I hope somebody in the NBA don't screw this up and just let it be, you know, and all that other stuff. So sad. Again, it's a day to remember the great Kobe Bryant, Gianna Bryant, and the 7 other folks that lost their lives in that tragic helicopter crash last year in Calabasas, California. Rest in peace to everybody involved in that. But as we move on into more headlines, you're finally about to get your black woman on a $20 bill. After the previous president said nah to that idea. But now the Biden administration has announced that they have plans to reintroduce the $20 Harriet Tubman $20 bills, the Tubman 20s, as we have called them in the hood now. We have dubbed them the Tubman 20s.
All right, the Tubman 20s.
We're gonna call them the Tubman 20s. That's what we're gonna call them in the hood. But Harriet Tubman, is it really Harriet Tubman, or is there somebody else we could pick for this? I mean, I don't know. Why? I don't know. What do you think about this? What do you think about these Tubman 20s? Do you think it's necessary? Because Andrew Jackson was trash. Let's agree with that. I will agree with this. If you don't know history, Andrew Jackson was a virulent racist, and that's why they got him off the 20. Because he was hot garbage.
Yeah, and Biden has taken his picture down in
the White House,
in the Oval Office, yeah,
because
and
Trump put him up in
replaced
there.
it with I can't remember who he replaced it with.
I hope he replaced it with somebody, but
Um,
somebody else. But Andrew Jackson was a well-known ugly ass racist, and that's why
I
Trump put him
mean,
in the office.
I,
Put his picture in the office so you can remember him.
I thought that it was a nice gesture to put a black person on some of the money for the country that black people built. I think Harriet Tubman is a good choice.
Okay.
She did contribute to something, but what gets me is that people don't really when they think of the Underground Railroad,
Mm-hmm.
they don't it's
They're looking for real tunnels
yeah, and
and,
it's like
and stuff,
no,
real underground stuff.
that's not what happened. Not like that. I mean, I wasn't
What?
there, but it's just like when I hear people talk about it, it's like,
The
okay,
underground.
so it really wasn't no tunnels up underground,
No,
right?
these jokers thought there was tunnels, there was tracks, there was a whole train system with underground. Like they looking for tracks and stuff like that. This is what happens when you're public education. This is what happens when your school fail you. All right, when your parents fail you, everybody fail you. They ain't teaching you black history properly. They ain't teaching you history properly. That's funny to me though. People really do think the Underground Railroad was people running around here in train tracks under the ground in the 1800s, running from slavery.
Well, I mean, when you ask me,
What?
do I think that she should be on there? I mean, if not her, then who?
I don't know. I don't know.
I
I
mean,
don't
I
know.
would think another person that I think might be good on it would be I would say Obama, since he was the first black president.
Yeah.
If we're gonna stay in the lines of putting presidents on there. Um, but
Leslie.
then they need to change another one. And
There you go. What's up, Ram? How you doing? Good morning.
uh oh,
Leslie said, look at Leslie's comment. That was Portia on the Real Housewives who apparently looking for the tracks on the Real.
yeah, now that was bad. Like that was real bad. That was bad because I think they were in a church and she was like, "So we standing on top of the Underground Railroad?" And it's like, girl,
Girl, what?
are you serious right now?
Them
Is
butt
this how
implants
you?
going to your brain. Some butt implants done screwed up your education, your learning.
I mean, but if not Harriet Tubman, then who? And I guess what message are they trying to push with Harriet Tubman being on there? I mean, it is a black woman, so I applaud them for that, for choosing a black woman. She and hey, she fought for what she believed in, and she helped save a whole bunch of people. I mean, that's what gets me. Now we about to start a whole nother thing because it's like, well, we had Nat Turner. Nat Turner did fight for the same thing as well, as far as a black man. Because I was about to say, what black man did we have that was,
Nope.
standing up? But yeah, we had Turner. We we also had brother Malcolm X.
Now
But I
you know
know
they ain't put. Now they ain't put no Malcolm. Now they ain't put no Malcolm. Come on now, you shit. What? You know they ain't put Malcolm on that. You know
I
they.
mean,
But
but
here's the thing.
Malcolm was about it. I mean,
You know
if
they ain't put
you
Malcolm on that.
really
You know
sit
they ain't put
down
Malcolm on
and
that.
study what he was talking about, that's he's telling the truth.
But but you got to put somebody on there that's gonna appeal to the mother folks at the same time. That or somebody they can learn. Them other folks can learn from. You
They
got
could
to think
learn from
about.
Malcolm X.
Yeah, sure, right.
If they could
They
learn
already
from
bat.
him, it wasn't
Come on
that
now, they already
he.
bastardized the message anyway. They always take
I know,
the
but that's
message
what I'm
that.
saying. If they sit down and actually read and listen to the messages, then it makes sense. It makes
Yeah,
really
of
good
course,
sense.
but they don't want to hear that message. It bastardizes them
What
because
then
they
they don't
feel
want to learn?
well. It's not about learning with them. It's about maintaining the status quo and the power. This is why people are so resistant to change. Is because they want to maintain their power and their status quo. My thing is this: if you put out these Harriet Tubman 20s, you're gonna start having places in the South saying they don't accept $20 bills. like I can
Well,
see that
that's
really happening.
stupid. Then they don't want the money.
I can see that really happening. I can see a bunch of redneck places go. We don't take them. We don't take that kind of money. We don't take colored money with the colors on it. Like I can see that really happening. And I will laugh my ass off. I will gladly take my 20 somewhere else and go spend it. Because but I see that I forecast seeing that happening. You gonna go into a store one day and we don't like that colored money.
And that's
What you mean colored
crazy.
money is still spend the same? Like, so I can see that really happening because they just that ignorant out here. Take your Tubman 20 and go somewhere else with that boy. Like I see that really happening in places all across the South because these people are just that ignorant. You know they brainwashed. If they had their way, they'll put Trump on the 20 right now. If they had their way in some of these people, some of the way that some of these folks act and been cults and been radicalized by their former president. But but because he's the one who put the stop to it. This was something Obama and everybody was cool with it. Then he come with his orange face, asshole face ass talking about something. We don't need to do that right now. Andrew Jackson is my hero. Andrew Jackson was severely racist. But of course, everybody's going to sit there and say Donald Trump wasn't a racist. No, he wasn't a racist. I will say Donald Trump wasn't a racist. He was a bigot. That's the difference between the two. All right, racists believe that they race is more superior than the others, and they discriminate against people based on that concept. A bigot, by definition, is someone who is intolerant of others' opinions and thoughts. That's what Donald Trump was. He was intolerant of hearing anybody else, and if you ain't got a check attached to it, he ain't trying to hear it. So that because yes, he'll talk to a black person if you got a check. You got a check. That's why all them pastors, and all these blacks with Trump people was lining up. That's why the person who started that whole Capitol rally, the Samus Davis Jr. looking mom I told y'all about a couple of weeks ago, the story is coming out that he got paid, that they paid out, the Trump campaign paid out over $2 million to everybody who organized that thing. It's all about the bread, baby. It's all about the bread. And that's because boys are willing to sell their soul and their blackness and their everything to be down with the winning team. And that's what it comes down to. But as far as Harriet Tubman 20s go, make them things happen. Put them in the street. We need this for let's get it cracking. Let's go ahead and get the black people. Y'all go get this black money, this black dollar. Cause that's what's driving them crazy. I think it's the black dollar. It's a for real black dollar.
They need to get over it.
They gonna be all right. They
They
gonna
need to
be
get
all right.
over it. They really need to get over it. It's money.
Yeah. Not all money's good money, but this is good money for me. Cause I'll
So
take it.
if they put um Donald Trump, let's use him, on a $20 bill, would you stop using $20 bills?
Hell nah. I don't care who you. I don't care who face you put on the damn 20. I'm gonna if $20 gonna give me $20 worth of stuff in exchange for it, then damn it,
$20
go
worth
look.
of
I don't care who
gas.
face on it. Look,
Hey,
look.
Give me
As
this
long as
T
that 20
daddy
spent,
gas.
huh?
Give me this T daddy. They was calling Trump T daddy.
Yeah, well, that's what
Give
they
me this
call him,
T daddy.
T
Give me this
Daddy.
T daddy gas.
Look, I don't give a damn. As long as they look, give me 20 on pump 3. As long as I get that 20, let me get my 20. Let
Order
me get
on
my.
point pump 3 courtesy of T daddy.
You go, no courtesy of Harriet Tubman. That's what you go get. Get this $20. Get this Tubman. Give me 20. Oh, look, and then you know we gonna slang it up. You know we gonna slang it up. You know we gonna ebonics it up. Let me. How much you want for that? Let me get a Tubman. Let me get Harriet for that. You know we finna
I got
slang
a
that. Let me
tub
get a
on
tubby
that.
tub
Give me
tub.
a tub on that.
Let me get a tubby tub on that. I got a tub on it.
I got a tub on it.
Look, we gonna get it in. Look, I already know we gonna slang. We
Baby, I
gonna.
got some of that underground for you. I got that underground for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm freeing niggas with this.
Oh man, that's good stuff this morning. That's good stuff this morning. But what else we got in the headlines today? Because I don't know. We
We did
really don't.
Kobe. So there's a new video out for Trey Songz. There's another video. They're saying that
Oh,
he
oh,
threw the first punch. So
oh.
somebody there, get this. Somebody on the other side of the stadium
Uh-huh.
was taping while it went on.
Okay.
Let me see if I can pull it up. And I'm like, wow, that's interesting. How did they know just to tape that side of the stadium? I'm just trying to,
So you saying it was a fan from the other side of the stadium was taping the whole thing,
somebody.
or 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 somebody else had video or something? This is
Yeah, it's
interesting.
another video that came out. Someone was taping from the other side. Maybe they weren't trying to tape it, but they ended up taping what happened. Okay, so
Well, a quick update for those who don't know: Trey Songz is free. He is out of jail. He was released. He was supposed to be on a 24-hour hold after that incident on Sunday, but they let him go. I guess maybe 10 or 12 hours. They only held him for like maybe 10 or 12 hours and let him go yesterday. He's still facing 2 misdemeanor and a felony charge in this incident, and they're currently awaiting the district attorney's decision on this. They handed the case over to the DA in Kansas City, and he's going to decide on whether or not he's going to follow through with the charges and actually put Trey on trial for this situation. I doubt it. I think the DA probably be like, man, we got more important issues to worry about. They probably slap him with a fine or something like that, and we keep it moving. Everybody wash their hands and go away. Especially, but of course, they're going to try to save face with his police department. So expect it. So just get ready for it. Just get ready for what's about to happen. But Trey is free and out of jail right now.
so here we go. I got it.
All right.
So what they're saying is that Trey threw the first punch. So apparently he didn't have his mask on.
Mm-hmm.
The security guard comes up to him to talk to them about putting on the mask.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess he must have said no or something, because the security guard then tries to grab him or get him to escort him out. And then that's when everything starts.
Hold on.
So
Let's be clear. This wasn't a security guard. This was a cop. Okay, this was a police officer. All right, security got the yellow vest on. This was an actual full-blown police officer employed by the state. So, all right, let's move on.
so here they are right here. This is supposed to be Trey.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
But I'm still curious to know how they tape this from.
Well, this looks like security cameras at the stadium. All right. Second
Oh,
time
that's
security came.
security.
So they called security twice on this man.
Okay.
All right. So that's the security. The yellow shirt is security. Security.
Third time security is called.
So you were writing your guess. Somebody called security. Somebody was calling this up.
Okay, there's the Kansas City police officer.
Okay.
Oh, and now it's
Now it
buffering.
froze up. All right. Well,
It's buffering.
Spectrum is a
Oh
whole
my God. Come on, Spectrum.
Spectrum a whole asshole for this.
Okay, now they talking, they talking.
So
They're
police.
talking. But it's okay.
I said, I said, well, it's kind of hard to see that video. It's kind of hard to kind of push back. I don't know because I can't tell what is
Okay,
what.
so what is he doing? Okay, he's leaving. So supposedly the officer is supposed to try to escort Trey out. Officer is still standing in front of him. Still standing in front of him talking. Okay, here come another security guard walking up.
Okay.
So Trey has two other people with him. Okay, or three other people. It looks like the two in the black and then the one in the blue over here on the end is with him.
Gotcha.
I don't know who this is in the red.
But when do we get to the violence?
I know. I mean, this a long video. Come
This is a
on
long
now.
ass video.
Oh
When
Lord,
we get
this
to the
3 minutes
violence,
and 32 seconds.
I mean, seems like we're having the conversation right here. They're probably arguing at this point because Trey's probably pointing out, why you ain't talking to this person? Why you ain't talking to that person? Look at him. He ain't got a mask on. Hell, he
Okay,
ain't
now
got a
there
mask
goes the
on.
officer. Officer's leaving. Okay, now the officer coming through. The man in the red let him get to him.
And now we
Okay,
rolling.
so Trey jumped down. He went down, or somebody went down.
Well, it's hard to tell at this point, but I do see movement. I do see movement.
Yeah. Okay, see now he's
Suspect punches officer. So this is from the police. So this got to be from the cops. This is the cops release video.
yeah, it got to be. Wait a minute, let's see. Cause it said because all they said because okay,
Because
see
they call
the
him a
officer
suspect.
goes up. Now see Trey is coming down. The officer done came down and he walking behind him.
Uh-huh.
He walking behind him. Trey went down a row and started walking away. The officer came down the row with him and started walking behind him. So we don't know what he did. You can't tell. You can't tell who punched who. Y'all better get out of here with
Well,
this.
like I
This
say,
this
from
means
everything
nothing.
I could see in this video, this was all the propaganda from the police department. This is
Yeah.
all. This is their side. They're going to put their side of the story because once again, we live in a society now. Senator Rand Paul actually said this on a Sunday morning talk show the other day. He said, "There's no such thing. There's the truth and there's lies, but nowadays it's about two sides to the story. There's no such thing as the truth and straight up and lie and the untruth. It's all whose side. It's whose side is it?
Hmm.
Okay, like, whose side of the story can I get out first, and how can I get you to explain this and sell it to the people? Because
Right.
like we said, the fans, the people in the stands said that this whole thing was started by the police. And but again, you was correct in your assessment. You did say that yesterday that you believe that this somebody had to call and snitch or call
Yeah.
and say something.
Somebody had to call. They weren't just sitting there minding their business and Trey Songs is here. You need to put your mask on. And but I mean, I get the whole mask thing. If there's outside, if they're sitting outside and clearly social distancing was in place, we could see that.
Mhm.
If they sitting right there watching the game, why do they have to have the mask on while they're watching the game?
Well, they have to. It's part of the
Why?
protocol. Well, because you don't know who got it and who don't. Again, we're talking about an airborne virus that nobody knows with asymptomatic functions that you
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
supposedly it can only go 6 feet. If they're sitting, I could see if he up walking around. If he's up walking around, yes, you need to have your mask on.
Right,
But they sitting there in their spot.
right.
They
I
not
agree.
moving.
I agree with you. I agree. Trust me, I agree with you wholeheartedly on the concept. But again, this is how they're gonna litigate this against Trey. Is the fact that you should have had your mask on. They're gonna litigate this against Trey in that fashion and form. They're saying you should have had your mask on. Regardless of how many people around you, that was the stadium's policy. You have to wear a mask if you're sitting down watching the game. So they're going to argue that. They're going to argue that. Uh, but at the same time, I mean, this is why we shouldn't be having sporting events right now with fans in the stands. Because of this kind of stuff right here. And then you got folks getting drunk and folks calling again 3 times. So what we saw, that was 3 times security was called on Trey Songz. So if
For a
I'm Trey,
man, I'm pretty sure that he was not the only one in the
and that's what
stands
I'm
that did
saying,
not have a mask on. So
and
why
that's what
y'all
I'm
didn't go
saying.
after all the other people? And the thing about that story, it says you can see he doesn't have a mask on. I can't tell what the hell he got.
Right,
I can't even really tell that it's him. I
right.
don't know if y'all pulled all them people in and those are paid actors and you paid them to reenact this. Who knows? We can't see the football team. We can't see the score. We don't know. There's nothing in that video could be completely fabricated. I rest my case. Get out of here.
No, you can't say arrested, but
I
no,
rested.
that's all hearsay right now. But I can that's all hearsay. Conspiracy thinking is delicious to the brain because it feels like critical thinking. It's not that crucial. But I can imagine Trey saying, I can imagine this whole thing starting by Trey when dude come over and say problem number one, man, put your mask on. I okay, I ain't the only one in here without a mask, but okay, I'll put my mask on.
Yeah,
Number
you
two,
can't tell if these other people have masks on or not because they just have a shot of one little section of the
right, the stadium.
seats. You
But
can I can't tell who got their mask on and who don't. I
but
don't
I'm
know.
but I'm saying I can see this whole thing going down with Trey being like this. Trey just problem number when they called security the second time. Man, what about them? You talking to them over there? You see them over there ain't got no mask on. You see them? Why you keep coming over here messing with me? Probably by the third time, I'm quite sure Trey was quite animated and belligerent. Why is y'all out here effing with me? I get because I'm quite sure he's like, I'm Trey Songz. I know I'm black. I know I'm rich. I know I'm famous. I know y'all messing with me. Y'all got to be messing with me out here. Okay, I
I would
feel that.
tell him if I was his attorney, I would tell him if they gonna use that tape, I'd be like, nah, they came over there asking for autographs. Security came to me 3 times because I took a picture with one of the other ones, and so they wanted me to take a picture with them, and I was just trying to finish watching the game.
But
The
that
cop came over there to because he was harassing me.
I,
Oh, I mean, what can you say? Can we hear anything happening on the tape? The only
well,
video that we have that has audio is the video of whoever put that up with the white man and the white lady saying that the officer needed to be arrested and that Trey didn't do anything.
right, right.
This video, how you gonna say he ain't have a mask on?
I like I said,
You
like I
don't
said,
know if he had the mask came off in the fight. I mean,
let us
I'd find
remember.
out how many other videos are out there. That's what I'd be looking for right now.
Let us remember. This is the statement from that the whole mask thing is a statement from the police department. Okay, take that with a grain of salt. Like I say, take that with a grain of salt. This is what the police department is alleging. Just like they allege when we get shot up unarmed, we was reaching for something. Well, you got to pay attention to the verbiage in between the lines with these folks. They're going to find a way to defend themselves and defend their officers' actions, no matter if they was wrong or not. So, like I said, take that with a
Hmm.
grain of salt and leave that with it.
Yeah, because police be on that BS. I witnessed this one time. We were at an event, um, a radio event,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a radio event for our other brothers and sisters. But I was part of the team. I had to be there too.
Right.
And this drunk white couple was standing maybe 2 feet from me. And I mean, she wailing on him and they cussing and fussing and hollering and screaming. And the officer standing across me and I'm looking at him. I said, "You gonna come get this?" He said, "They just arguing.
Huh.
You give them a minute, they'll be hugging and kissing in a little bit. Just watch." So I sat there and watched with him. They arguing, they done start crying, and then yeah, they made up. But if that would have been me and Lil Pookie, baby, they would have took me to jail.
Damn. Yeah, they would have took. No, they would have definitely took all of us to jail. All of us, all everybody would have went to jail. Everybody went to jail. But you again, you know how we do. We always say two justice systems in America. You got two of them. Two justice systems in America. One for them, one for us. And you know how it goes down. Quick
Yeah.
headline. Real quick. Shani, I don't know if you've seen this or not. Tyrese is back trending on social media.
Oh Lord,
And that's all you need to know.
what he
Anytime
crying about now?
Tyrese never trends for the two people in black culture. If you see their names trending, you know it ain't good. It's got to be some BS with it. Tyrese is trending today because he's jumped in. The Franklins. I think it's Devin and Megan. The Franklins
Yeah.
and Megan.
Uh huh. Yeah.
They just celebrated their anniversary.
Mhm.
And they posted on Instagram. You know, it's their anniversary, and everybody loves them as a couple. They sort of like the Christian version of Jay-Z and Beyonce. A lot of people try to try to lift them up like that. Well, Tyrese gets hops in the comments, and he uses the Instagram comments to say, "Me, Samantha," basically making himself look bad out here, begging to his ex-wife, Samantha, his soon-to-be ex-wife, Samantha. Samantha, remember we were supposed to be like the Franklins. We in the Instagram comments publicly for everybody to see. I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna get you back. And everybody keeps saying, Tyrese, if you don't get your ass off of Instagram and just go get that woman back. All right, get off of Instagram and go get your woman back.
Yeah, just go get her back, dude. Go get her
Nobody need to
back.
see all this shit on Instagram. We don't need to see all
And
this on
maybe
Instagram.
she'll take him back. I mean, I hope that works out. If he's gonna try to make it work, but he gonna have to stop with all them excuses talking about I ain't had no daddy. Get over it. You
All
are
that, just all that.
45 years old or 50 something, however old he is. He needs to. You a grown man, baby. You got to deal with it and move on. You have about 5 kids out here talking about you didn't have no daddy. You need to be a daddy to them. Be the daddy that you
Absolutely.
did not have, and be the husband that you did not see. If okay, so see that right there. See that lets me know that he on some BS. So if you can look at Devin and Megan and know that that's what you want, then do what Devin does.
Right.
Do that.
Right.
Call
No,
him, get
not
his phone number, go play golf with him, have some drinks with him, whatever the case is, learn from him. Don't get on here crying, talking about, well, I didn't have no daddy. I don't know what that looked like. So you done lied. You know what it looked like because you just said on theirs, this is what we were supposed to be like. So you the man, it ain't her responsibility to make sure all this stuff happens. Get it together because it sounds like you the one with the most problems.
that's what somebody put on Twitter. They say anytime you see Tyrese trending, it's got to be some foolishness, and that's basically what it is. Like somebody else said, man, go. This dude wrote. How many songs Tyrese got about love? Boy, if you don't get your ass out there and stand in front of that woman's house and sing every damn night for the rest of until you get
Mhm.
her back,
He better sing and do whatever it is he needs to do.
but get off of Instagram with it. And fellas, please do that. Fellas, if there's a note, if you best up with that woman, I get it. You won't tweet through it. You're gonna Facebook through it. You're gonna Instagram through it. I get it. But we don't want to hear that shit. I'm
Mm-mm.
gonna keep it real with you. We all as far as fellas go, like if your friends, if you don't have any real friends that's gonna tell you otherwise, I'm that real friend that's gonna tell you, dog, stop with that bullshit. All right,
And yeah,
either go work on getting that woman back directly, but get off these internets with that nonsense. So
yeah, and we really don't. Well, I don't. As a woman, if you want to talk to me, talk to me. Everybody don't need to know what we discussing.
right,
If you sorry, you want to say you sorry. Can we try again, or whatever the case may be? Call me and say that.
hell yeah,
Send me an email or something,
my
but
wife left
don't put
me
it
for a
on
time.
social media.
My wife left me for a time. You didn't see my. You did not. Yeah, you might have seen me post a little something here and there on Instagram saying, "Man, I'm going through it, but this is my problem and I got to deal with it." Look, this is my issue.
I'm laughing at DJ Earl.
On Instagram on a bus with a soda can. That's what I'm talking about, Earl. Look, do that
Yeah.
shit. That's how you look. That's how you got famous in the first place. You might as well go ahead and do it again.
Yeah, now
Go
that
ahead and
might be that might be cute, but sitting up there, typing all that stuff,
nah, nah,
no,
nah.
you keep that.
That's why I say when my wife left me and They didn't get on the socials. I went to where she was at. Take me back. I need you back, woman. Look. I'm sick out here in these streets. It's hard out here. It's dangerous out here. I need you. I love you. You my everything. But it's rough out here.
He said, "It's dangerous. I need you. I love you."
I love you. I need you out here. Shit, she moved out the house and everything. And guess where I was at? At her spot every damn night. I'm sitting out there. Look,
No, you
what's
was
happening?
you was over there blocking, making sure wasn't nobody coming in,
I
huh?
wasn't blocked. Nah, I'm trying to get my wife back. Like I ain't. I'm about to sit here and get on Instagram and Twitters and all the other shit.
Pissing on the territory,
Yeah. Oh yeah. You
pissing
know how
on
we
your
do.
tree.
You know how we do. Well, Chris, you missed the show, baby. We about to get off of here. That's what you missed, baby. She said, what y'all miss? Y'all talking about Kanye? We talking about Tyrese. We ain't talking about Kanye.
What did Kanye do?
Well, Kanye, well, if you ain't heard, Kanye and Kim on their way to divorce court
I
too.
mean, well, I've heard that they were splitting up. I really hope that that turns around. You know what I want Kim and Kanye to do? I want Kim to just go to L.A. Chill. Kanye go to Minnesota or wherever he be. Just chill for about a month, okay? Y'all talk on the phone every night. Rekindle the fun. Because the thing about it, they could both split up and get other people. However, ain't nobody gonna love Kanye the way Kim loves him.
Yeah,
Ain't no woman gonna love him like that.
yeah,
And he needs to really realize that and get whatever therapy that he needs because that's a beautiful family. I don't care what she did in her past because we all got a past and we ain't got to keep holding that. She the woman that so what? Okay, but she loves that man.
yeah. But it's over now. It's like I said
I,
before.
I I hope that they work it out.
It's like I said before. I think this whole thing started falling apart when Kanye wanted to run for president. He effing up Kim's play. This is Kim's play, and that he's effing up, and he's encroaching on. And Kim's trying to tell him, chill out, just be you and do you, and he ain't listening. And like they say, they've been separated. He's in Montana, some damn where, playing around in the woods, and she in L.A. Which I understand Kanye's point of view. Kanye is like, I got to get away from L.A. And all that craziness and all that celebrity and TMZ and all that other stuff. I don't want to be on a reality show. But Kim still wants all that. So I don't know. I don't know what their situation is, but they are trending towards divorce court. Maybe they fix it. Maybe they don't. But
I hope they fix it.
but I do know this. We're going to be in the house on Super Bowl Sunday, PM, for Actions AIDS Ride. We're going to be in the building, Top Golf Dallas, actionsaidsride.com. Action Jackson, the Super Swing Golf Tournament. Come through. Come rock with me, Shani Scott, Vita Loca, Dallas Cowboys, Green Bay Packers players. We got everybody coming out, and we're going to have a good time. Tell me, holla at the folks.
Yeah, just log on to actionsaidsride.com now and register to play and obey with us. All right. We got space, we got food, we got drinks. Coca-Cola's, y'all. Not that liquor. All right. So
I'm going to move you on that one.
well, I mean, you can buy
Where the
liquor.
liquor at?
You can buy liquor, but we're not providing free alcohol for you. Okay.
Crown and Cokes.
No, well, you can buy that. You can buy that all day long, but we provide bottomless fountain drinks and water for you. Okay. All right. And we're going to have a good time. We're going to have more details about that too. But you can register to play and obey now. Actionsaidsride.com is $70 a person. $70 gets you 3 hours of play at Top Golf. That is a deal because it costs $49 an hour to play at Top Golf, and that's without food.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Well, there
so
you
it's
go.
$70. You get 3 hours in the bay, plus you get food, not snacks. You get food. It's a meal. And you're helping us raise money for a good cause for AIDS and for HIV and AIDS treatment, research, and possibly a cure.
No doubt. So join us, actionsaidsride.com, and download the Media Room 360 app right now in your app store. It's free to download, and you can listen to a whole lot of different shows and watch these different shows and all that other good stuff. I know, big shout out to the sponsor. Go ahead and
We got to shout out Roland Witherspoon Law Group. If you've been hit or injured in an accident today, call 469-669-9392, or you can leave a text message there and someone will get right back with you to help you navigate through that case. All right, get your break check today. All right, we
no
got
doubt.
you.
No doubt. And don't forget, download the Media Room 360 app. Y'all can't hear me now?
Oh, you need that info again?
Go ahead and give it again. actionsageRide.com.
Oh, actionsaidsride.com. Let me put it back up there so they can see it. actionsaidsride.com.
And don't forget, we back at it tonight. Big Bink's Break Room, 7 o'clock. Shani Scott, Big Bink, Action Jackson. They'll give you more details about it. And I'm back on your radio this afternoon. The all new 107.3 Kiss FM. Ricky Smiley Mornings, the number one for R&B. You know what? I think I'm going to do something at 5 o'clock today. I think I'm going to play a block of jams in honor of Miss Anita Baker's birthday. We got to pay homage to Anita Baker. We don't pay enough homage to Anita Baker, damn it. And we're going to pay homage to her this afternoon in the 5 o'clock hour on the King of Some Media show on the all new 107.3 Kiss FM. Ricky Smiley Mornings, number one for R&B. Listen live at 107.3 Kiss FM. Texas.com. We will see you guys tomorrow morning. The king and queen of some media on the Media Room 360 app. Holla.